YouTube? All right, guys. So today we're gonna work on a set of rims that I bought a long time ago, probably like 6 months ago or more. I can't remember. But I'll show you the video here. Got them for $100. They got that universal bolt pattern, so they'll fit anything. They're 20-inch rims. I forget what the width they are. Probably 12 and a half. I don't even know. I'm just spitballing. But anyways, they're pretty rough. They're black and yellow, so they don't match anything. Just got myself a 2011 Ford Ranger, and I thought, those look pretty sweet on there. But I think it's gunmetal gray or just gray, charcoal gray, whatever color that Ranger color is. And black and yellow, nah, it's not gonna look good. So watch the YouTube video. That's why you guys are here, right? We're all watching YouTube videos on how to repaint your rims. The ones I've watched that I'll put down in the link in the description were basically like real basic, like just take a scouring pad, smooth it out, put some glazing putty on like some, road rash, or what do you call it, curb rash. There you go. But anyways, I went a little step further. I bought myself one of these little portable, I'm pointing over here, you guys can't see it, but I'll throw it up and I will do a walk around right now. One of those little portable blasters you can get from media blasters from Harbor Freight. Got a couple of different kinds of media, and yeah, I'm gonna try that. I'm not gonna sit there and scour and stuff like that. I'm gonna take the paint completely off, bare metal down. That way, when I put the glazing putty, it'll be nice and smooth. Then when I lay down the primer and the paint, it's gonna be absolutely amazing. It looks super sick. At least that's what the YouTube videos say. But like I said, those guys just kind of scoured the surface a little bit, you know what I mean, or sanded it down on some other videos I've seen. Like I said, I'm gonna go a step further and just blast it all off. That way it's just bare metal. That way I have a clean surface. So cool. So that's what we're gonna do today. Let's check. All right, guys. So what you got here is the rim. Originally, when I bought it, I just wanted to throw it up there just to show you guys. The next clip's gonna show me already kind of like getting into media blasting. So I just kind of want to show you guys what the original rim looked like. All right. All right, guys. So this is my little setup here in the garage. You probably saw, or at least I'm going to put a clip up. As you can tell, I already started, but I did it outside. And I don't know. I was sitting here thinking, this shit's going to get expensive if you're trying to do a rim. Because I went through half a bag of this glass medium or media right here, which is supposed to be pretty good. Check out paint, and this is as far as I got. Like 2 spokes, not even taking out the black paint yet. And this is just me like scouring it up a little bit. But and then, as you can tell, I got a tarp underneath here. I didn't realize it, but I did a little research, and obviously you can keep reusing the media. So that's how you save some money. First time doing this stuff, I didn't know. So just a little tip for you guys, you can keep reusing that stuff. So if you do end up spending like $50, which if you look here, this bag already cracked in two, which I already started right here. This glass bead stuff I got from Jegs, and this right here, got it from Harbor Freight, Central Pneumatic. And then these two I got from actually Tractor Supply, which is interesting because when I did some more research, found out these 50-pound bags, which is a 50-pound bucket, and this is a 50-pound bag, these are like $12 a piece. There's coal slag. One's fine grit and one's more abrasive. And I can't tell which one's which. Doesn't look like it says right here, but I'll figure it out. But you can look on the website too. I think the red is the fine, the black is the more medium grit. But anyways, it looks like the same as this black oxide or aluminum oxide stuff. So should work the same. But just a tip for you guys too, if you're watching this video, this stuff's going to be expensive. $50. This is like $50. These are $12. So I didn't return these ones because I figured, you know what, like I'm probably going to blow through a lot of this stuff. But that was after the fact that I realized that you can reuse the media. So anyways, just a little tip for you guys. Put something down maybe, or if you're going to use a blasting cabinet or something like that, obviously I don't think you have to worry about it once it's a blasting cabinet. But if you're going to do something like this with a portable, make sure you put something down. That way you can scoop it back up and throw it back in and keep using it and using it. I already lost half a bag, so I'm $25 out, but going forward, I should be good. Anyways, this is my setup here. Like I said, I got myself a tarp so I can collect all the media afterwards. That's the portable blaster. I think right now it's on sale for less than $30, but if you get it without sale, it's like $35. And these are the different medias here that you can use. This is the glass, media glass bead. This is black oxide, and this is the coal slag. So just the basic setup for you guys. So yeah, let's get into it. Oh, and also, this is what I got going on right here too. For safety wise, I'm gonna use a respirator with fresh new carbon filters in it. Goggles. Like I said, I already started doing this. All I gotta say is this doesn't work for shit. I don't know. I swear it doesn't look like it has any holes in it, like when I'm looking in here and stuff like that. But all I could tell was that stuff is coming straight back into my eyes. I think this is even, yeah, you can even, if you look in here, that's all media right there. So that shit was just getting straight in my eyes. So it feels like I got a bunch of beach front property type sand in my eyes right now. It hurts like hell. So if you look way over there, right there, that little thing hanging up, I'm going to use a face shield as well. So just a little tip. I bought a face shield too because I figure I'm buying a blasting cabinet anyways. I'm probably going to need one down the road. But you live and you learn. But just a little tidbit for me. I think I'm going a little overkill on the respirator, but I've seen guys just wearing like the M95s or N95s, whatever they are. But I'm going to go a step further and wear this one. Works great. But these goggles, I've seen them have it as a PPE for blasting, media blasting. This shit don't work, dude. I wouldn't recommend this because I got a buttload in my eye. So I'd recommend a face shield or invest in a blasting cabinet or media blasting hood, which I bought. It was like, I think it was like $30 or something on Eastwood. I'm sure you can find them for cheaper, but either way, just a little tidbit for you guys if you're starting out as well, like I did. So you live and you learn. And I used hand protection. They say you should. I didn't notice a difference when I didn't use it, but I would use it. Just why not? It doesn't hurt, doesn't affect it or anything like that. So, oh, and the other thing that I'm using too is, where are they at? Because right here, if you can see the difference, well, you probably can't. But as you can see, I've already been kind of using a scouring pad, like the media blast on the medium impact beads or whatever these are right here. These Ballardini things, they're not taking this stuff straight off. I'm having to sand it and blast it at the same time, and I use the scouring pad. So it's not just using the media blaster. It's a little bit of a process. So I don't know. We'll see. At least if I can keep using the media, it's not a big deal. But it is taking a little bit of process, and that probably just means that this previous paint job on these rims are pretty good. Real thick paint. Wasn't meant to come off, you know what I mean? But, you know, like I said, if you look at them, they're pretty god-awful looking if you put them on my Ranger, I think. So I'm going to change it up and go with charcoal gray. And then these inlines right here, I'm going to do the Ford blue. So they'll look a lot more like they should for the truck. So, and then where's my stuff at? I don't know where it's at here. I had it. It's sitting right here underneath the gloves. Right here too. So this is the combination of stuff I'm using. Red scouring pad. Right now I'm using 100 grit sandpaper. I got some 180 in there, but the 100 is using really good because that's helping to knock it down. But that's the combination of stuff I'm using is sandpaper, scouring pad, and media. And this is about as far as I got for about 2 hours worth of work. So definitely going to take some time, but maybe I'm learning as I go. So we'll see if it gets better as time goes on. But all right, guys, enough chatting. Let's get into it. Alright guys, so this is the end result. As you can tell, that media shit gets everywhere. I like expanded this tarp and you could see like it went far beyond the tarp. Shit gets everywhere. So I don't know. Maybe it's not a good idea to do in the garage. Like I said, I tried it outside. Probably a little bit easier cleanup if you do it outside. You can see that's from yesterday. So this is today. But cool thing is, at least I can reuse a lot of this stuff. So I don't know. I don't know if I'm gonna save as much as I think. So I threw half a bag in there. It's hard to see, but I got like a third left in there. But anyways, this is the result. So if you saw before, the inlines here were yellow. There's still a little bit left, but it's not that noticeable, especially since we're going to paint it. And it took, what, 2 hours? And I was going to go through here and take these down to bare metal, but nah, forget it, dude. It's going to take way too long. I'm going to blast through a bunch of media. It's just going to take too long. And a lot of people, they just scour it up. So that's what I did. I just took a red scouring pad, this one right here, and I just went through it and just roughed up the surface so that way the primer will stick. So yeah, so the next step will be to paint it. But I got 3 more rims to go before we do that. So just want to give you an update. All right, guys, let's get back to it. So just giving you an update. This is just wheel number 2. It's coming along, but you know, even some of the other videos I've watched, they say it takes some time, and I don't think they're media blasting a lot, at least like the ones I've watched, like on Donut Media and stuff like that. And they say it takes them like 8 hours to do one rim. So maybe the media blast is a little bit better, but yeah, it takes me about 4 or 5 hours to do a rim. And to be honest with you, all I'm doing is knocking down this yellow part of the rim, and then I'm just taking a scouring pad, and then I'm gonna take some glazing putty and fix up these curb rash, but I'm just gonna rough up the material, because if I try to go and take all this down to bare metal, then it's going to take me forever. It'll probably take me 3 times as long. But this is the hardest part right here. I'm getting all this right up to the top, but it's right here that seems to be, if you look at every corner, there it is, there it is. This one I just got lucky with, but right there, every single corner seems to be the hardest part. One, just to get some sandpaper, they're trying to knock down that clear coat, but then just the media, you got to hit it at a certain angle. And that's one thing I'm learning with this media blaster is, you know, you got to be careful, one, because if you get right on top of it, that stuff's just going to fly back in your face. And 2, you got to hit it at a right angle, because then it just slowly start tearing it away and you can see it. So I don't know. It works. I don't know if it's a little bit faster. I haven't tried it any other way. It's the first time doing the rims. But anyways, this is kind of update right now. Wheel number 2 right here just seems to be the longest part. Like it took me 2 days to do this. I did about 2 hours each day. So it's taking me about 4 or 5 hours to do each rim. So anyways, let's get back to it. All right, guys, so just an update. We're on the last stages. We're about to paint right now. So first we're going to do some primer, and then we'll actually do the paint colors. But what I did to get to this part was obviously media blast and sand it down with a scuff pad right here on the black part. I wasn't going to go all the way down the metal. It'd just take forever. But on the edges with this curb rash, I seen a couple ideas of just using this like a file, just to file the edges down and then paint over it. And then I saw somebody actually use some glazing putty. So I did both. I sanded down the edges as smooth as I wanted to, or at least what I felt would look good. And then I put some glazing putty overnight. So now I'm just going to sand these down right here, make it nice and smooth. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to paint this like a Ford blue. And then I'm going to paint this like a, I don't know, like a gunmetal gray kind of color. So instead of painting this part, what I'm going to do is actually paint this first. And then that way I only got to mask this part and then paint all this. So that way it'll just make it faster. So that's where we're at right now. All four ready to go. We'll start sanding these down and then start painting. All right, guys, let's get to it. All right, guys, so I'm gonna try something new to mix up these cans. I found this on eBay. I Can Mix. I mean, it's probably not necessary, but sometimes when you're painting a buttload of stuff, you know, it does get kind of irritating, and you want to make sure you mix the paint up really good. So I'm gonna give this thing a try. So yeah, just kind of wanted to show you guys what I was going to use, since I'm just going to jump right into the next section here and just start painting. But you'll probably see this. I just kind of want to show you what it was. So got some rubber grips in there. It says it will not spill a can at any angle, so we'll find out. So anyways, just want to show you guys. Let's get back to it. Alright, guys, so this is what I'm going to use for my primer. The Spray Max 2K Epoxy Primer Beige. I don't know why I got beige. Probably should just got gray, but I don't think it matters. It's a primer. It's going to go on. It's just going to build up a nice little layer underneath, right? And then we're just going to lay down some good paint. So that's what I'm going to use. I got 2 cans of that. This is the paint I'm going to use. This is like a gunmetal gray kind of look. Probably not really. It's probably a little bit lighter, but this is what I'm going to use for the outside of the rim, or pretty much the whole part. And then this is that Ford blue type color I'm going to use for like the inline of the rim. So this is what we're going to use. I messed up and actually bought some like matte colored clear coat. So I actually got to run to O'Reilly's right now and go pick up some like clear coat gloss. I don't know why I got matte. So I don't want to use matte. I don't want to do this whole project and then end up coming kind of like flat and everything like that. I'm not down for that. I want that nice glossy look. So, but that's what I'm going to use. I started spray painting these. So let's jump into it. All right, guys, so just kind of want to give you guys a little mid paint sesh update. So this is the epoxy primer that I'm using. It's actually, the color's pretty sweet, but I don't know what it is, dude, but this nozzle sucks. Like you can invert this thing like this and all that good stuff, but I mean, it clogs up constantly. I had 2 cans, right? So the first can, I thought it was done. It felt like it was pretty much like where it's at right now, pretty light. I mean, you can tell the difference. This stuff's pretty heavy. This isn't heavy duty stuff because it's got a activator in or something like that, or hardener, my bad. But yeah, it clogs up super fast. And I am working in some cold weather. Right now it's looking pretty decent outside, but last night when I was working on it, it was just clogging up like crazy, man. So I don't know. I don't really like it. I'm using some cheaper stuff that you can get from Harbor Freight. It's like sandable primer. That stuff, you shake it a couple times, it goes on. I mean, obviously it's probably a lot less quality than this, but I don't know. I probably hesitate on using this kind of primer next time just because it's just, I don't know. It takes like a couple minutes to kind of prep it. I mean, the cool thing is it's got this little dial back here, so when you're doing just like a light coat, you can kind of turn it all the way to this way to the light. And then when you want to go heavy, you know, you just twist it that way. So it gives a little bit more concentrated stream, but I don't know. The only thing I noticed a little trick is when I do the more concentrated stream, it starts to clog up. And then when I go a little bit more of a brighter, like a broader stroke, like a lighter coat kind of spray, it clears it out a little bit, but it's a hit or miss. So I don't know. Take it for what it's worth, but that's kind of my update. Next time I probably won't use this primer. But their clear coat, though, is killer. I mean, I do like it. I'm not going to use it in this video because I just didn't have the time, but yeah, I'd recommend at least Spray Max's 2K clear coat. That stuff's on point. So anyways, guys, let's get back to it. All right, guys, so this is where we're at. This is basically step one of the painting. I haven't finished that one yet because it's still kind of drying a little bit, but basically this is what I got going on. So I taped somewhat decent. Like on this rim, I did really, really good, but I was trying to figure out some time. Actually, I didn't do too good. Right there, actually, right there. You can see. And the other one's even worse. I was kind of starting to run out of time. A little bit of primer came off of that one. But I figured it was no big deal because basically I just really want the blue on the top. I don't care about the sides. So I'm just going to tape the top here. And then when I hit it with that silver, what's the dupe light color for that? It's like HWP 101. So it's gonna cover this up right here with all silver, and then once you peel this off, it'll just be this top layer of blue. So I didn't really care about trying to be too neat about it. Plus, if you noticed, I didn't tape off the tires or anything like that. That's because, let me see if I can find some. This one doesn't look too bad right here, but like if you can look at this one, these are just all chomped up. They hold air, but I wouldn't trust these things for too long. So I basically just sacrificed these tires because the tread's not too bad on them actually. Actually look pretty good, but still with the sidewall rub and everything like that, I figure there's not that much time left for these things to have any any time left on these things before they have a blowout. Like that one over there is pretty bad. See, it's got some big old chunks taken out of it. So yeah, I don't trust these things. So I'm gonna go to a tire shop tomorrow and put on the new tires, but tonight I probably got about another 12 hours before the next day comes. So I figure I got plenty of time to put the final paint on this one, on these rims here, and then go to the tire shop the next day and get some new ones. So anyways, just kind of want to give you guys an update. This is where we're at right now. It actually looks pretty sick, even like this. Like, I don't know, that, like I said, that Spray Max is kind of crappy when it's coming out of that can. You got to be careful. Like, that nozzle really sucks, but man, the primer looks pretty sick. Actually, I'd probably just leave it like this if it didn't look too odd on the car or the truck that it's going on. But if I didn't mention, this is going to go on a Ford Ranger 2011. It's already got a drop on it. It was donated to me from a family member, so I figure you know, I put a system in it and some rims, and these are 22s, by the way. So we'll see if they fit. They got that universal bolt pattern, so it should fit, hopefully. But anyways, so I just want to give you guys an update. Looks pretty sick though. This is gonna match pretty good, I think, with the Ford blue. It looks pretty damn close. So, and then with that gunmetal gray, that gloss kind of gunmetal gray, it'll look really good with the truck. So, you know, final video will be just kind of showing off the truck, how it looks with the new tires and rims on and everything. So anyways, just want to give you guys an update. Let's get back to it.